Hey, this is Chris Jericho, the Ayatollah of rock and rolla, and the author of A Lion's Tale, Around the World in Spanish, the greatest book ever written, better than War and Peace, better than Lord of the Rings, better than Harry Potter and the Circle of the Golden Magicians, and you're listening to InYourHeadOnline.com right here on the World Wide Web. Junior!
Right on, man. Enjoy Portugal.
I do. Thank you.
Okay.
I think we got another caller here, too. Who is this?
This is Dwayne.
Hey, Dwayne, you got a question for RVD?
Yeah, I have two, if that's straight.
What up, Dwayne?
The first question I have is, are you a member of Normal?
I'm not an official member, meaning like I support everything that Normal does, but I'm a heavily supporter of MPP, which is the Marijuana Policy Project. Normal is a lot more well known, and they seem more oriented on education, which is important. The MPP is the only group that actually has lobbyists in Washington and actually is making a difference. It's MPP that started the state initiatives of legalizing marijuana in 1996 right here in California, and they've been responsible for every one of the 12 states that we picked up and that today legalize it, and there's about 5 more on the horizon. So I support everything that Normal does, and, I don't think I'm a contributing member.
All right, well, that's good to know. My other question is, how do you feel about people stealing the Van Terminator?
We already answered that one. It's hard to come up with a move that's different than everybody else. And when you do, you got to expect, you don't put a patent on a wrestling move. So they're going to either make a little variation or else they'll just take the whole thing. I'm more surprised that people haven't stolen a lot more of my moves, I mean, in my whole career, I've only seen like maybe Sabu and Rey Mysterio do the split-legged moonsault. I'm surprised a lot more guys haven't stolen that. The Van Daminator, a lot of it takes talent, but a lot of my moves I'm sure other people can pull off. And I figured the longer I'm gone, the more we'll see them stolen.
All right. Well, thanks.
Jimmy Yang.
Thanks for taking my call.
Right on, dude.
All right, let's see, got James here on the line.
Hey guys, it's James Orangecorn. Hey RVD, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
Hey, thanks, James.
Hey, I'm a big fan from Rockford, Illinois. I just want to say I met you in 2002 when you came here for autograph signing at Best Buy, and you were really, really cool. You signed a bunch of autographs and took the time to talk to me and everything. I want to thank you for that.
I appreciate that.
And I wanted to say I was surprised. I was at the store, and I seen actually at the same store at Best Buy not too long ago RVD DVD, and I didn't know they actually made an official DVD for you, and I was really happy to pick it up, and I really enjoy it. And I noticed, there's a music video on there for your theme song, One of a Kind. Yeah. And I was just wondering if it was fun making that music video, and if there was any plans on maybe using that video on a TV show or a music video station or anything like that.
Making the video to One of a Kind ended up probably being too fun. And what I mean by that is this is at everybody else's expense. I just decided it was fun no matter what. The director tells me that I'm going to come in and then I'm going to sit down at the table that these people are at. This is all on camera, and I'm going to be talking to them, asking them if that's their car out in the parking lot, but the microphone's not going to be picking it up. There's going to be music, so really I'm just going to sit there, and I'm going to be acting like I'm talking to them or whatever. And I just thought, well, that's okay. The camera's way on the other side of the room. Okay, I didn't know these guys. I just met them. But I came in, on action. I came in, I sat down, I looked at these guys, and I'm like, did you guys try the bologna for lunch? And they just looked at me. They didn't even know how to react. And the camera didn't pick it up. And they said, okay, here, we just kept going. I said, okay, here, let's do it again. And then next time I came out, and they said action. I came in and I sat down, and I just said something else, something random that made absolutely no sense at all. I just sat down. I sat down looking at them, and I'm like, hey, do you guys ever watch 2.5 Men on television? and they're trying not to laugh because the camera's behind me, and it's getting their facial reactions to whatever the hell I'm saying. So it basically became so much fun. I was just pranking them, and after about the 5th or 6th time they reversed it, and I started doing it back to me. So that's what I'll always think about when I watch that video, is thinking about wondering if you can tell that we're just goofing around the whole time.
Yeah, it looked like you guys had a lot of fun. It was pretty cool.
Right on. And of course there was the time when I suggested that I throw the keys up and do an inward crescent kick and kick him out and have the guy catch him in his hand, across a few cars. And they said, can you really do that? I said, yeah, I'll just do it like this. And I threw it up and I kicked it as I'm demonstrating, and the key shot across, bounced across this hood and scraped it, and everybody freaked out when they ran over there, to wax this sports car, the show car that I just scraped the keys across, and that was a pretty fun experience too.
Do you have anything else, James?
Oh, no, that was all. Thank you so much for taking my call, and I appreciate it, RVD. Thanks a lot. It was good talking to you.
Right on, dude. Check out RVD TV.
All right, I will, man. Have a good night.
You too.
It's at robvandam.com. When you do this, like the Rob Van Dam TV and these guys calling in saying like they met you and you did autographs and whatnot, and you grew up as a wrestling fan, do you kind of think like when you were a fan, what you would like to see from like the different stars, and maybe that's what like part of the reason why you'd want to do RVD TV, kind of something that you would have liked to see when you were a kid?
Well, I definitely approach my in-ring style that way. I always wanted to do moves that I would want to see if I had bought a ticket, to watch wrestling. And I appreciated that about some of the wrestlers when I grew up, even if they weren't winning matches, but they were doing more exciting moves. It was like they were working harder to entertain me, like Owen Hart, Grady Boone, Leaping Lanny Poffo. More of an inspiration for RVD TV was getting away from wrestling, and really, like, I don't know if you read my blogs or not, but anybody that reads my blogs on robvandam.com or myspace.com/5starcomics, they're going to understand that I'm a lot different than what they thought I was. I don't change my persona to wrestle like a lot of wrestlers. You don't see me going from a cool, zenful, inner peace searching soul to I'm going to rip your head off and crap down your throat. I don't do that. I think WWE wanted that from me a lot, but that's not the real me. The real me likes to provoke thought and to think deep, and have intellectual conversations. This is part of my real life. I'm all the time talking to people about relationships, or, what do you think about God? What do you think about the Bible? It's ballsy to talk about this on camera. If a celebrity says they're for or against abortion, they could piss half of their fans off, And I always tell all my fans, I don't want you to agree with everything I say. I just want you to know we all have our own views, and I want you to grasp and to own your individuality. I stand out. Yes, I'm one of a kind. My music says it. My moves say it. My outfits say it. But we're all individuals. We're all created differently, and we all have our own paths and our own meanings. And I try to inspire people to grab a hold of that, and I try and get them to use their brain and think, Samoa Joe, Justin McCauley, and myself were on camera, and I said, guys, I want to talk about the fact that wrestlers die so young. What do you think? And then, wow, you just get the spontaneous, open gut reaction. You get to see how we really think, what our thoughts are, what our feelings are, because it's not researched, it's not rehearsed. It's a recurring episode called Friends in High Places. I attack language censorship, all kinds of issues. There's really like nothing that I won't talk about, and I do it with other famous people that have their own fan bases to help draw awareness to it. That's a big part of RVD TV. I also have my workouts on there. That's a big part of RVD TV. And just my genuine self interacting with everyday life, Venice Beach, Hollywood Boulevard. Sometimes we do like adventurous things because a new episode comes out every Friday at robvandam.com. So that is a lot of episodes in a year. That means there's going to be some variety. Justin McCauley said a few weeks ago, hey, let's go up and prank Team Punishment. They're training Kendall Groves for his upcoming UFC fight. Let's go prank him and get it all on camera. I said, okay. So we went up there, and we're coming up with the plan in the car on the way on camera. It ended up being a hit. It was so awesome. We had so much fun. Everybody had fun. We got a night vision camera, and we're stalking their cabin up there in the mountains. We got all these big MMA fighters inside, scared out of their boots. It was great. And Yeah, and a couple weeks ago, Jay Moore, who's, a comedian and actor on Ghost Whisperer, he was at the Improv here in L.A., and I called him. I said, Jay, I'm thinking about coming to see you. He said, you want to go on stage? I said, hell yeah. I went up and I did 10 minutes and opened up for Jay Moore. Got all of that on film for an upcoming RVD TV episode. There's a lot of variety, and it's something to keep up with.